What is up, everybody? This is my first YouTube video. Before I even get into it, like, subscribe, share the video if it helps you and there's someone else out there that you think it could help. But let's get right into it. Today I'm going to teach you guys the absolute #1 LinkedIn method. Please don't share this information with anybody else. I just wanted to gatekeep this so bad, I'm not even gonna lie. But I realized, helping people get money is what I'm trying to do out here. So putting you guys on for free is giving you guys a whole lot of sauce. So if it benefits you, like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get right into it. So before I show you the exact method, and by the way, at the end of the video, I'm going to give you 2 free resources. One is a resume that helped me get a $250,000 job interview, and the other is the cover letter that went with that application. So you might want to stick around for that because I was 23 years old and I got that job interview. I made it all the way to the final stages, but ended up taking a different offer. We'll get into that a different time. That's kind of a story time type of video, but you might want to stick around for that because that is a shit ton of money that they offered me, and that resume was super sick. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. So how did I find this exact method? What I did personally, I had to go through a bunch of videos. I had to sign up for a couple different courses. I'm not even gonna lie, I spent a little money over there, and I just figured out a bunch of different methods people were using. And I realized if there was a video that had all of this information in one, that video would be so beneficial for me. And unfortunately it wasn't there for me, so I'm just gonna give it to you guys for absolutely free. Obviously it's on YouTube. So like I said, got me a lot of interviews. I had an 18-year-old student I was just working with, and he's been getting job interviews. I think he got 5 in his first 3 days of applying using this method, and before that he was applying for 2 years straight and he was getting absolutely nothing. So this method is genuine, this method is real. I've given it to a couple of my friends as well, and they've gotten a bunch of interviews, whereas before they were getting absolutely none. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm going to show you guys my screen. So as you can see at the top right there, there's free resume and free cover letter resource. Again, I'm going to show you guys that at the end of the video, and I'm probably going to leave a Google Drive link with the files in there, something like that, in the description for you guys to access it and edit it how you feel fit. Make sure you don't apply using the information on the resume because obviously it's mine, and it's not really going to benefit you when you do end up getting a job interview using my resume. So just go in it, change it how you like. But yeah, let's get right into it. So like I said, step 1, you want to go into ChatGPT and make 2 new projects. One of them is going to be resumes, one of them is going to be cover letters, and this is just only for organizational purposes. I think it's good to be ahead of the curve when it comes to organization, because if you're doing 20-30 applications a day, it could get a lot of things mixed up. So you do want to have everything sorted really well. Obviously, you just go to create new project, you type resume, you type cover letter, and you press done. Then you want to have LinkedIn. If you don't have LinkedIn set up, you might want to get on that ASAP. I'm not gonna lie to you. Obviously this is my LinkedIn, pretty simple information here. If you don't have your LinkedIn set up, you could look at mine or look at somebody else's. There's a lot of different creators out there that show how to set up a LinkedIn really well. I don't think it's that important for you to spend multiple hours on it, but at the same time, I do think it needs to be something where someone could look through it and see exactly the kind of person you are, at least in a work environment, and what kind of jobs that you would kind of get into. So yeah, like here, top skills, you want to have these type of things. But so you want to go to jobs, right? You want to describe the job you want. For me, it would be sales in Toronto because that's where I'm located. And if I was looking for a job, this is the type I would look for. So honestly, this is a good example right off the bat. So there's UAP Inc. I have no idea of anything about this company. I don't know if it's a legit company, if it's just a random small company that's just trying to hire people. Of course, you can always apply to those. There's nothing really wrong with it, especially on LinkedIn. There is a lot of protection compared to Indeed, but at the same time, I prefer to apply to bigger companies simply because it would look better on the resume. But yeah, let's look at UAP. I think it's a great example for this. So I would open link in new tab so I could see how many followers the company has. Right here, 32,000 followers, not too bad. But of course, I don't know enough. Motor vehicle parts manufacturing, Montreal, Quebec. But yeah, so what we would do next, we would go to Glassdoor. And once you're on Glassdoor, you want to go to companies. You want to search up that company name. For it was UAP Inc. Exact same logo. And then you want to go to the reviews and just press on that. 3.8 stars, 78 total reviews. Not the nichest company by any means. Seems decently major, but at the same time, like I said, I would just be applying to name brand companies. So for me, I would sort it by sales, like I just did over here in the filter tab, and then job function tab. For you, it might be something else. It could be business, consulting, whatever it may be. So I sorted it by sales, great employer, terrible experience. Yeah, you'd need to log in and share an experience to get access, but it's completely worth it. And of course, Glassdoor is completely free. If I figure out I do want to apply to this job, what I would do, I would go back to the job posting, and then I would select all of this information about the job all the way down, the entire job description. Honestly, this one is not very long. Usually they are a little bit longer, but it's okay. So then I'm gonna go to ChatGPT, and this is the exact prompt you want to use. So I would say tailor my resume for this JD job description, include buzzwords located in the job description, make it ATS friendly, and then you would paste the job description. And you would also, I'm going to show you guys this really quick, but don't worry, at the end I'm going to go through this resume later. I would just Command A and then Command C it, and then I would paste the resume as well. So now it's going to send the information back. What you are going to do then, you will do it section by section. I don't recommend copying everything all at once. It's just going to mess up the formatting. So you would go to your resume, you would do make a copy, and then this one you would just name it after the job. So outside sales rep, what was it, UAP, UAP. And then, like I said, one by one, you just want to paste in the information. Make sure you do paste without formatting. So for me, it's Command Shift V, just paste without formatting, so it doesn't bring in a different font size. Also, you want to keep it under, or you want to keep it limited to one page. So I do have it on 11 Times New Roman. Yeah, it's completely fine. I've never heard any complaints about the font being too small. So you want to do that piece by piece, and then your resume will be ready to be applied to this job. Next, we have to do the cover letter, right? I don't know if this job has a cover letter section. You see this LinkedIn apply, you can apply directly on LinkedIn. I personally don't do that because it just applies using the resume you have on your account already, and that means you're just not able to tailor it every single time you apply, which you should be doing every single time. So you will go to cover letter, go to your cover letters right here, and then you would do the same prompt. Tailor this CL to this job description, this cover letter to this job description, make it ATS friendly, and include buzzwords from the job description. And very importantly, remove all M and N dashes. So those long dashes that you see when ChatGPT spits a prompt out, honestly, it just makes it look really AI. And if a hiring manager is reading this, me personally, I would just think it's made using AI. Obviously, we do prefer people to not use AI when they're applying, but the best way if you're applying with AI is to remove all AI elements from it, just make it look more human. So you would apply using that. Again, copy and paste the entire job description, post it in there, and then this cover letter I'll also show you guys later. But yeah, I would just Command A and then Command C or Control C. What if you're on PC? Go back to ChatGPT, boom, put in your resume, put in your cover letter that you have and put in the job description. It's going to spit something out, and then you're just going to copy and paste that into your cover letter resource, which of course, make new copy and then name it after the job that you're applying to. Okay. Now, if this is a company I really, really wanted to work at, and using this method, you will 100% get a job, or at least an interview at one of the job applications that you've put in. So I've literally seen 100% success rate in terms of getting an interview. Of course, not every single company is going to be 100% success rate, but in terms of getting an interview from at least one of your applications, you will get one if you use this method. So pay attention. this is going to be a little bit more in depth. So if I really wanted to work at UAP, I would go to the company, I would go to people. And again, I think the job was posted in Toronto, if I'm not wrong, but I would just go through. I believe you could sort by city. Maybe it wasn't Toronto, but let's pretend it was. So I would connect with all these people, right? And then I would send them a message. So say I wanted to message Brian Dunn, I would go through his account a little bit, see if there's something I can message him with. Actually, it looks like he doesn't even work here. Anyways, that just might be a bad example. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's just do this one. It's going to be a little bit more simple for you guys to understand. Okay, so I would go to the company. If I wanted to work at Salesforce, I would go to people. That job was for Toronto. I would just sort it by Toronto. And let's see, 745 associated members. I would connect with every single person here. And I would message them something a little bit about them, right? Like go through their account a little bit, see if they've posted anything important. Promoted to account executive 1 month ago. So I would message this guy, hey Jared, I saw that you got promoted to account executive at Salesforce a month ago. Congratulations on that. I hope everything's been going really well for you. And then in the message, you would say something like, hey, side note, could you point me in the right direction for who to get in contact with for the account executive position that you guys have open in Toronto? Just so I could speak with the hiring manager directly for that. 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to lie to you, these people are not going to get back to you. They're probably getting a bunch of LinkedIn messages every single day, especially if they're working at a renowned company. And this guy, Jared, he just got promoted a month ago, so he's probably got his hands full with onboarding. But again, you just want to hit up as many people. At least one of them is going to hit you back and tell you the name of the hiring manager. And then once you get that name, you want to go to the hiring manager and you want to message him as well and say, hey, for me, it would be, hey, my name's Akif. I'm just sending a Loom video over with an introduction and why I'd be a good fit for the current job opening at Salesforce, the growth account executive, whatever it was, and then the Loom video. So Loom is just a video service where you just record a professional video and then you could send them the link after. Completely free. I think the free version just has a 2-minute recording limit, something like that, maybe 1 minute, but it shouldn't be a long video at all. You just want to talk about like your name. You want to kind of show your personality a little bit. You don't just want to be completely dry. Talk about your skills, tell them why you're going to be a good fit, and remember, like I said, make sure you show your personality a little bit. Don't just be a robot. And then send off the video. And the reason I know that this Loom method works is because one of my coworkers, I have 6 years of business to business sales experience, by the way. This guy had on his resume, I think just a few months of actual just sales experience. And he was an account manager, I think, at a different company. But account manager, you're managing an account versus pure sales is where you're hunting for new accounts. There is kind of a major difference, I'm going to be completely honest. But he used this Loom method. He didn't let, the job requirements shy him away. He used the Loom method. He reached out to the manager and he ended up getting an interview. And of course, he ended up getting the job. So I know this method works. All right. So with that said, I'm going to show you guys the 2 free resources like I mentioned. And again, please like, share, subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot of free informations on all this. And of course, if you're looking to get into sales, if you're trying to, find jobs and you think sales is a viable option for you, and honestly, I think it's viable for everybody. I don't think you need to be an extrovert to be good at sales. If you want to get into sales, if you want to learn a little bit more about sales, or if you have questions about this LinkedIn method, please feel free to reach out to me. It's akhan.co on Instagram. So it's akhan.co on Instagram. And message me whenever. I don't leave anybody hanging, to be honest. Anyways, let's look at the free resume. So this is the format you want to use. This has gotten me so many job interviews, and this specific one got me all the way to throughout the entire interview process for a $250,000 job at age 23, which I didn't end up taking, by the way, but we'll get into that in a different video. So first name, last name, phone, email, you get the gist. You want to get your link from LinkedIn. So for me, it would just be my account, and then just let this, and then this link right here, I would post it in. And then you just want to have a summary here. You could have ChatGPT help you with your summary. You just got to tell it some of the information about your stuff that you've done in your previous roles. Of course, if you don't have experience, it's going to be a little bit harder. But like I said, if you don't have experience and you think you want to get into sales, by the way, it's completely remote. You can make up to $10,000 every single month. I know that because I'm doing it currently. You can hit me up for that. But yeah, like I said, you just prompt ChatGPT. It's going to give you all this information, make it interview you a little bit, and it's going to get all of that stuff figured out. Yeah, right here, professional experience, job title. This is part of the job title as well. You want to have the duration of you working there. You want to have the name of the company. Here I've kind of taken it out, but you got the gist, the location that you did it. And of course, if you're applying to, for me, it was a sales job. These two jobs that I'm currently looking at, account executive and territory manager, these were more related to sales. So I've built this out a little bit more. See, this one has 1, 2, 3, 5 points. It's supposed to have 5. I think one of them accidentally got moved to a 6th when I was removing information. But anyways, I'll have that fixed before I upload it, don't worry. And then this one has multiple as well. And this one only has 2 because it's not directly related to the job I'm applying to. And of course, this one was actually present, right? But I still put it at the bottom because, like I said, it's not the most important for the job that I'm applying to. And I haven't gotten any complaints from any of the people that have been interviewing me. I haven't gotten, rejected via ATS either, the applicant tracking system. So it's been going pretty well for me to do it that way. Technical and soft skills, you want to have it like this. And remember, in terms of the ATS, the applicant tracking system, it's going to reject you just based on the fact that you didn't include certain words, right? So if the job description says something about Python and you don't have the word Python in there, you're going to get rejected. Even though you might be the best person for the job, you just don't have that buzzword of Python, which is why we always tell ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude, whatever you guys use, to include buzzwords from the job description. Okay, makes sense? All right, cool. So this is the resume resource. Like I said, you want to keep it under 1 page. Mine is almost at the 1 page margin, but you get the gist. And this is the free cover letter resource. Again, first name, last name, put city or province. If you're in the States, put state. If you're worldwide, put whatever the equivalent would be. Your phone number, your email, your date of your application. This, I just leave it as hiring manager. Unless, of course, you have their exact name, like if it was on the LinkedIn job posting. And then the company name you're applying for. And right here, this is a lot of my information, but it's not anything crazy. That's just all of my experience, which I do have a lot of, but at the same time, you would be able to just using your current information after you make your AI interview you will be able to fill this out pretty well. And of course, you're just going to send it over to your AI and it's going to input your information. All right. I think that's about it for the LinkedIn method, but before you guys go, like, subscribe, share the video with anyone that might need help. And like I said, I really wanted to gatekeep this. I don't know why. I'm not really a stingy guy, but at the same time, I know how valuable this is. But I've been getting so many people hitting me up for this. People I know, people I don't. And honestly, I think this is something that could change people's lives because they've been applying for so long. So if I'm able to do that, if it helps you, like, comment, share, subscribe, and stay posted. I'm going to be sending a lot of good information out there for every single person. And like I said, if you don't know what you want to get into, especially for younger guys that feel like you've kind of picked the wrong path in life, you could hit me up and I could help you walk through it, because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I've been there myself and I know that there are ways to make it better. So hit me up on Instagram, akhan.co, akhan.co, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next time. Take care.